All right, so first question here. We're going to be dealing with sums and products. Before I do any question, you need to remember if I'm talking sum, it's adding. If I'm saying product, multiplying. Every time sum is adding, product multiplying. First question here. Find the sum. Underline sum. What is sum? Adding. Find the sum of 12 and 18. All we're going to be doing here, we're just going to be doing 12 plus 18. 2 and 8 is 10, carry the 1, and 1, 1, and 1 is going to give us 3. Answer is 30. Boom. Moving on. Find the product. What's product? Multiply. What's the product of 7 and 9? So we're going to be doing 7 multiplied by 9. And what's 7 multiplied by 9? That's just 63. Second question done. Then finally, calculate the difference between the sum, adding, product, multiplying of 2, 4, and 8. So when we see difference, we're talking minus here. So we want to find the difference between the sum and the product of the numbers 2, 4, and 8. Well, first we'll do the sum. So the sum of 2, 4, and 8 will just be 2 plus 4 plus 8, which is just going to be 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 8 is going to be 14. Then we're going to get the product. I'll just say product. The product of 2, 4, and 8 is going to be 2 times 4 times 8. 2 times 4 is going to be 8, times 8 again is going to be 64. Now, final step. They want the difference between the sum and the product. So we're going to say difference is equal to 64 minus 14. And that's just going to be 50. Whoop, that's a terrible 5. 50 like that. Boom, that's that one done. So again, sum, add, product, multiply, difference, minus. And that's those three questions done. All right, next set of questions here. We're going to be dealing with multiplying brackets. What's the method when we're multiplying brackets? Every time we're going to be using split and repeat. We're going to be splitting up this first bracket here, and we're going to be repeating the second bracket here. So splitting this first bracket, we're going to bring the x here, and we're going to bring the 1 somewhere down here. And we're repeating the second bracket. So we're going to have x times x plus 4, then the plus 1, and again repeating x plus 4. First step done. Then, to expand these brackets, we're just going to be distributing the x like this. We're going to be multiplying the x with the x, and then we're going to be multiplying the x with the 4. And same over here, we're going to be multiplying the 1 with the x, and then the 1 with the 4. What's that going to give us? X times x is just going to give us x squared, and then the x times the 4 is going to give us a plus 4x. Then we're going to have the 1 times the x is just going to be plus 1x, I'm running out of room. And then the 1 times the 4 is just going to be plus 4. Simplifying that, we have a 4x here and a 1x here. So we can add them together and get x squared plus 5x plus 4. And that's the final answer. Now, we'll do the same for this question here. 2 brackets multiplying every time. Split the first one, repeat the second one. Put the 2x down here, put the 1 over here, and repeat the second bracket. So we're going to have 2x times x plus 3 plus 1 times x plus 3. Now again, multiply out these brackets. 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times 3 plus 6x. 1 times x plus x. And then 1 times 3, this is going to be plus 3. Again, we have the 6x here and the 1x here. So we're going to add them together to get 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. And that's the answer to that question. Now, the final question here is asking us to expand or multiply 3x plus 4 all squared. Remember, if we have a number squared, it's just the number times itself. Like if I was to give you 2 squared, we all know that's equal to 4, but that's just because it's equal to 2 times 2. So 3x plus 4 all squared, this is the same as doing 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4. Now, again, we're just multiplying brackets. So every time we're multiplying brackets, it's split and repeat. I'll get another color. Split the first guy, repeat the second guy. Put the 3x down here and like the 4 over here and repeat. Then we're going to end up with 3x times 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4. Expand out these brackets. We're going to have 3x times 3x is going to be a 9x squared. Then we're going to have the 3x times the 4 is going to give us 12x. 4 times 3x is going to be another 12x. And then the 4 times the 4 is going to give us 16. Final step, we can add these two x terms together and get 9x squared plus, 24x plus 16. And that's that question done. So just remember, if you're multiplying brackets, it's always going to be split and repeat. And if we have a squaring bracket, we just do split and repeat, but the bracket is just the same for both the first and the second bracket. All right, for this set of questions, we're going to be dealing with algebraic fractions. We're either going to be solving or simplifying these. How do we know what to do for either one? Well, let's take this first one, for example. We have the 2x plus 3 plus 1 over 4. Because this is a plus and not an equals to sign, we know we're just going to be rewriting this as a whole fraction rather than solving for x itself. So think, whenever you see a plus or a minus with a fraction, we're just rewriting the fraction or simplifying the fraction. How are we going to do that? The method here is up, up. That means we're just multiplying these guys across, up and up like this. And then bottom boys. We're going to be getting the denominator of the fraction by multiplying these two guys at the bottom. So, writing that out, we're going to have the 4 times the 2x plus the 3 times the 1. And then for the denominator, it's the bottom boys, 3 times 4. Now, simplifying that, 4 times 2x is going to be 8x. 3 times 1, just going to be 3. And then on the bottom, we're going to have 3 times 4, which is 12. So that's that question done. See there, we had a plus sign, and we just ended up with a fraction down here. So whenever you have a fraction plus a fraction, just know you're going to be ending up with another fraction. Whereas for this question now, instead of a plus sign, we have an equals to sign. We're thinking here, we want to solve for x. We actually want to get what x is. So at the end of the equation, we want x on one side, we want everything else on the other side. So the method here is very similar, but we just don't do bottom boys. We're going to be doing up, up like this. No bottom boys this time. It's not needed. So doing this, we're going to have 5 times x plus 1 is equal to 2 times 8x, like this. Expand these brackets, 5 times x is going to be 5x. 5 times 1 is just going to be 5. And that's equal to 2 times 8x is going to give us 16x. Then we want to isolate x here. So I'm going to minus 5x from both sides. Minus 5x, minus 5x. And what that's going to do is that's going to cancel the 5x on this side. And then we'll be left with 5 is equal to 16 minus 5x, which is equal to 11x. Now, I have 5 is equal to 11x. Final step here, we want to isolate x. We want x on its own. So we're going to be dividing by 11. Because when we divide by 11, we're going to have 11 divided by 11 here is going to be 1. So that means that x is equal to 5 divided by 11. And that's our final answer. Notice we just got x is equal to something. That's because we had that equals to sign here. The last question, we had a plus sign. We got a simplified fraction. This last question here actually combines them. So the left-hand side, we have fractions minusing each other, and then we have an equals to sign here. So let's deal with the left-hand side first. We're going to deal with those two. 3x plus 2 over 4 minus x over 2. We want to simplify this fraction. So what's the method? Of course, up, up, multiplying across, and then bottom boys to get the denominator, like this. Multiply. So let's do that. We're going to end up with 2 times 3x plus 2. Then be careful here. We have a minus sign here. So it's going to be minus 4 times x, all divided by 2 times 8. And that's equal to 6. So simplifying this, we're going to be running out of room soon. I'm going to write it up here a bit smaller. So we have 2 times 3x is going to be 6x. 2 times 2 is going to be 4. And then we're going to have minus 4x, all divided by 16. And that's equal to 6. We can simplify the top a bit again because we have the 6x and the minus 4x. So we're going to end up with 6x minus 4x is going to be 2x plus 4 over 16 is equal to 6. Now we just have a single fraction, and then we have an equal to 6. So we want to get rid of this fraction. Let's multiply both sides by 16. Because when we multiply both sides by 16, we're going to get rid of that fraction, and the equation is going to become a bit easier. I'm going to draw it down here. So multiply by 16, those 16s will cancel, and we'll have 2x plus 4 on the left. And then we're going to have 16 times 6. 16 times 6 is 96. So equal to 96. Again, we want the x on its own, so we're going to be minusing 4 from both sides to get rid of that 4 on the left. That's going to give us 2x is equal to 96 minus 4 is 92. That means that x is equal to 92 divided by 2. We want to isolate x. We want x on its own. It's multiplying with this 2. So we have to separate them by dividing by 2 on both sides. Ending up with 92 divided by 2, which is equal to 46. So x is equal to 46 is the final answer. Last set of questions here, we have inequalities. We have to solve the following for x. Easiest way to do this is just imagine the inequality. So like here we have a greater than sign. Just treat that as an equals to sign. We can do the exact same things as we can with an equals to sign. So imagine we had 2x plus 3 was equal to 15. We know we want to isolate x, so we'd have to minus 3 from both sides and then divide by 2 to get x on its own. We're going to do the exact same thing here. So 2x plus 3 is greater than 15. Well, if we minus 3 from both sides, we're going to know that 2x is greater than 15 minus 3. So that's equal to 12. So now we have 2x is greater than 12. How do we get x on its own? We have to divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2. That means that we're going to get x is greater than 12 divided by 2, which is equal to 6. So the final answer is x is greater than 6. And that's our final answer for that first question. Then we could have something like this, where we have 8x minus 6 is less than or equal to 7x plus 12. Again, we can treat this like an equals to sign, and we want to get the x on its own. So I'm going to bring the 7x over to this side, and I'm going to bring this 6 over here. When I do that, I'm going to end up with 8x minus the 7x, because I brought it over to the left, is less than or equal to, the sign stays the same, pointing the same direction. We're going to bring the minus 6 over, so it's going to become a plus 6. Then 8x minus 7x is just going to give us 1x. It's less than or equal to 12 plus 6 is going to be 18. So that's that one done. The only time we ever change the direction of the sign here would be if we multiplied by minus 1. That's the only circumstance you would ever flip the direction of this sign. Otherwise, keep them pointing the same way. Final question. We have minus 3 is less than or equal to 4x plus 5 is less than or equal to 9. Now, the method we're going to use here is the claw method. So, we're going to deal with the inequalities separately. We're going to deal with these guys first, the first two lads, and then we're going to be dealing with the second two guys then afterwards. When we do that, we're just going to end up with two separate inequalities. So we're going to have minus 3 is less than or equal to 4x plus 5 here. And then over here, we're going to have 4x plus 5 is less than or equal to 9. So we're just going to deal with them separately. We have minus 3 is less than or equal to 4x plus 5. Let's minus 5 from both sides. So bring the 5 over to the left. We're going to have minus 3 minus 5 is less than or equal to 4x. So we're going to have minus 8 is less than or equal to 4x. Again, we want x on its own, so we're going to divide by 4. So we're going to have minus 8 divided by 4 is less than or equal to x. And minus 8 divided by 4 is just going to be minus 2. So we have minus 2 is less than or equal to x. That's the first one done. Then, 4x plus 5 is less than or equal to 9. Bring the 5 over. 4x is less than or equal to 9 minus 5, which is just equal to 4. So we have 4x is less than or equal to 4. Divide both sides by 4. X is less than or equal to 4 divided by 4 is just going to be 1. So we have two answers now. We have minus 2 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 1. Then we're just going to combine these together. So our final answer now, when we combine these, is going to be minus 2 is less than or equal to x, and then x is less than or equal to 1. So that would be our final answer. So remember, if you ever have an inequality that looks like this, just split it up. Take the first two, solve them. Take the second two, solve them. Combine them at the end. Just be careful of where the signs are pointing. See, the pointy side here is at the 2 and the pointy side here is at the x. So then we have the pointy side here at the 2 and the pointy side here at the x. And that's the only thing you have to be careful of there.